Welcome to part 2 of how to make life 1% better in an hour or less. This one is about taking the willpower out of not scrolling on social media. So it's really hard to stop scrolling on Instagram, Snapchat, Spotlight, Facebook videos, TikTok, YouTube, Shorts. All that stuff is incredibly addicting, and it takes willpower not to look at it. So if you want to have more willpower to use throughout the day, take the willpower out of not looking at that stuff by making it impossible to do it. Here's how you can do that. The goal here is to take it out of your phone so you can't scroll while you're on your phone. If you want to do it on your laptop or your computer, be my guest. But you shouldn't be able to do it on your phone because that's just too easy, too addicting, and it takes too much willpower to say no. So in your phone settings, I'm using an iPad to demonstrate. You're going to go to screen time, and you're going to go to content restrictions, and you're going to want to turn on content and privacy restrictions. You can turn off Safari, and then iTunes and Apple Store purchases. You want to don't allow installing apps, and then always require password for installing apps. Once you've got all those settings, you're not going to be able to have the App Store. You're not going to be able to install apps unless you enter your Apple ID or password. And then final thing you got to do is create a PIN for this setting, and you want to make sure that you don't know what that PIN is, but you can access it in a physical way if you need to. So you can either put it on a piece of paper and make sure you only type it in twice and you forget about it, or you can have a friend create the PIN for you on a piece of paper that you do not look at, and then you're going to put that piece of paper somewhere safe. So if you really need to get it, you can, but it is a pain in the butt to do it. So if you wake up one night and you're like, I need to scroll TikTok. I can't download the TikTok app, and I can't allow myself to download the TikTok app unless I go all the way over to this room of the house, open up this drawer, get the password out. It's just too much hassle, right? Or you can even put it at your friend's house, your parents' house, what have you. Just keep the option away so that you just don't have the ability to look at those apps. And that makes it so easy to say no, because it's easier to say no than it is to make it happen. You don't have to use willpower anymore, and you've got more willpower to use for other stuff throughout the day. Makes life better, keeps your brain a little more free of random brain rot stuff. And then you're also going to want to change your Apple ID to something that is so long and complicated that you couldn't possibly remember it. Write it on the same piece of paper, stow it away somewhere. My only tip for all this is make sure that if you are allowing Safari, just allow websites that you know you're going to need. So maybe that's going to be the domain that you use to pay for your parking. Maybe that's going to be your bank domain, or I don't know, like your school email. Or I used zoom.us. I allowed that in Safari so that I can click on Zoom links for my email and actually open them in the app. You'll just figure out what you need as you go, and keep updating the password if you need to. Just once you figure out what works for you, keep it that way. That's my advice. And yeah, what I've got on my phone is I've got camera, I've got maps, I've got Venmo, Zoom, email, but my email is optimized to basically never give me any email that doesn't matter. Yeah, pretty much nothing that I can text. I can edit videos and then upload them to Google Drive. Like if you want to post something on social media, just do it from a laptop. And then at least you're not scrolling mindlessly for an hour when you don't need to. You can still access all social media channels from a laptop. You might struggle to access Snapchat, but just give your friends your phone number, dude. Yeah, and you can accomplish all this in less than an hour, and your life will be 1% better.